Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're looking at Cambridge IGCSE ICT paper specimen paper 3 for examinations from 2023. I've already gone through the paper 2. I will also attach the links to the video in the description here, so that if you haven't watched that, you can go back and watch them. We'll be looking at the website authoring aspect of this paper. That's the first task in this paper. And after that, we'll look at the spreadsheet. So let us get started. Just a quick reminder, this paper is not 2 hours 30 minutes as it used to be. Now it's 2 hours 15 minutes. So you are quite your time has been reduced, and so you should also try to work towards that. So they say you've been supplied with the following source files. These are my source files. You will be supplied with your source files. The first task is evidence document. Is create a new word process document. Make sure your name, center number, and candidate number will appear on every page of this document. Save this document in your work area with the file name space evidence, okay, followed by your candidate number. Okay, let me do that. I'll just go ahead and create a new Microsoft Word document here. I'll save it with that name. Then let's say my candidate number is 002. Yeah, 002. I'll just open it up. Just open up my evidence document. Now the next thing I want to do is let's say make sure your name, center number, and final number appear on every page. So to do that, you just can double click here, where you go to insert header, and you insert your header. So I'll just write a line, do everything in the middle. That's my name, center number, candidate number. So just input your, these are just examples, input your details like this: your name, center number, and candidate number. After that, this will be appear on every page. After doing that, the next thing is task 2, web page. You say a trainee has started to create a web page and style sheet for Taura digital storage. This must be suitable for uploading to a web server. So now they say they can create a folder spec. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this folder called spec. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to create a new folder. I'm going to just paste this. That's my new folder. Next, they say locate the following files and store them in spec folder. Okay, spec disk, spec style 1 web page. Just going to quickly do that. This, and this. Copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. So once I do that, open the file spec.disk.jpg in a suitable application. Reflect the image horizontally. So the first thing we'll do with the image is to reflect it horizontally. So for my images, image editing, now I use GIMP. So I'm just going to go ahead and open. You could use whatever software you are very comfortable with, and I think your school too, your teacher might specify something for you. So this is what I generally used. I'll be using for this session of my students. So the first thing we are asked to do is reflect the image horizontally. So I'm going to do, you go to image, transform, flip horizontally. Good. Now you can see the name work at disk drive. Then they say save this image as disk1 jpeg. So I'll just copy that so that I can use it. You have to type yours. Come back, file, export as disk1. Okay, once I've done that, it's already in my folder. Make sure it's inside your spec folder. Now I'll do export. and export. Okay, next, rotate the image rotate the image while rotating 90 degrees clockwise. Say this image has dix 2. Okay, 90 degrees clockwise. I'll go back to image, transform, rotate clockwise. So I've done that. File, export as dix 1, name it dix 2, export and export. Next thing, crop the image dix 2 so that all the solid state drive is visible. Crop all the solid state drive is visible with equal amount of red and background inside. Okay, this image will be square. Well, must be square. Do not distort the image. The hard disk drive must not be visible. Save this image. Okay. The hard drive. So this is it. We will have to crop this just the solid state drive out. Now this is a crop tool in GIMP. Some softwares it might even be easier to do it than in GIMP. So what I'm going to do is I'll just click on my crop tool, and then I'll stretch out on my image. Now to make sure that what I have here is a square, I'll just come here the size. I can always resize it. Maybe I'll use let me see if there's enough allowance. Yeah, I can use 45 and here 45. So this is what the ones was to do. So you can move this around to just to make sure you have the same amount of space everywhere. Just trying to, it mustn't be that exact, but just try your best to make it approximately equal. Yeah, this the image is not very flat, so yeah, I think this is fine. This is fine. So I'll just crop. That is my image. Next thing I'll do is to let me see the next question. Extract this image. Okay, we'll save it as dix3. So I'll go to File, Export as dix3, and export. Good. While that is loading, export. Next thing we are supposed to do is say resize the image dix3 to become 60 by 60 pixels. Say this image as what? Spec ssd.jpg. So I'm just going to copy this. Okay, let's say resize. To resize this image, we'll go to back to image. We go to image. To resize, we'll have to use not transform. We'll go to scale image, so that's what we'll have to use. You will scale your image 600, automatically 600, so pixels, make sure that is there. Let me be sure. 600, I'll save this image as spec. Okay, so once you've done that scale, good, that is a new image. Export, just paste this here. Okay, export. And that is done. Next thing we have to do is okay, I think that is it about that question. That is it about that image editing. So I guess I'll just close this. I don't need it again. Now the next thing is they say display the contents of your specs in folder, showing the folder name, image dimensions, and all file names, file extension, and file size. Take a screenshot of this folder and place this in your evidence document. So what I would do is go to my folder. Here it is. I have this. Okay, let me see if I can add the dimension. Just right click here, put dimension. So that is it. I have my image dimensions. Now I'm going to snip snipping tool. So I'm going to, this is what I want to see. Yeah, what I said. Mm, Showing the folder name, image dimension, or file names and extension. Oh, let me see if I got the folder name. Let me redo that. New, yeah. So that is it. We have everything in this image. So just go to my evidence document. Probably that's evidence one. Just paste here. I think I'll need this again. Might need them, so I'm just pasting. Yeah, we just leave it as evidence one. The next thing was supposed to say the style sheet is not finished and contains a number of errors. You are going to edit the style sheet. Make sure that you use the most efficient methods. All color codes must be in hexadecimal. Heading styles H4, H5, and H6 do not need to be defined. Okay, do not need defining. Make sure that your style sheet contains no HTML. Open the style sheet specs.this. Okay, let me look for that spec style. Okay, it should be this. So I'll just open it in my web expression. Okay, once your style sheet is open, the next thing you need to do is get into restyling the document or formatting it. Clearly we can see the styling. This is now you do a style sheet. So they say all table borders and grid lines are visible. Now the table, for the table style, we have size borders 90% of the width of the browser window, no collapsed, with 2 pixels, solid border color. This okay. Let me see. Table data, cell padding. It's always nice to go through everything because there are some styles you can apply them together and some you apply them individually. So it's always nice to go through, try to go through most of the work before you even start. Table data, cell padding, top 8 pixels, left and right 10 to bottom 6 pixels, borders with 2 pixels, solid border color. Good. This is something I just noticed here. If you look at this and then this, they are the same. So that is something we will have to also do together. Let me just clean that. We'll come back to it. All headings type color. Okay, I think let's start with the first part. So for the table, what I'll do first, I'll do the width of the browser the table will take up, and then I also do the border. This one is just the border collapse work just for the table. So to do this, I'll just go back to my style sheet. Well, I'm just gonna do something. I'm just gonna insert. This should also help me when I'm go to insert. You can clean everything here. You can clean it, but I want to use it. That's why I'm leaving it. You can clean everything. So I'm just going to insert. Uh, Sorry, format, new style. I'm going to put table. In the table, I think this is why I said I want to use this one. Table, we have the size 90 windows width. So that means look at the table 90 width, no collapse. We can, let me look at the border first. um, let's see. Let me see again. Okay, well, the width of the browser window, it will take up about 90%, so that should be in the position. So width, we'll just put 90 here, and make sure you select percentage, not pixels. Next thing is the border, it should be here. Table layout, border collapse, good. Border collapse, they say no collapsed. So no collapse means we should use separate. So the borders are separated. So once you are done with this, just click on OK. So this is your first style. Next thing you want to do is we have to specify this with solid border color and this, then with solid border color for both table and table data. So I'll go to new format, new style, clean everything, table, comma, td. First thing we want to specify is the width, border width to be 2 pixels. So with 2 pixels, solid and all these things. So let me do that. Go to border, solid, good. 2 pixels. So make sure you have pixels px here. Then here the color we have to specify. Always remember our color code is red, RGB. Yeah, so that's the format, RGB. So this 80 is for red, 80 for green, and 00 for blue. So I'm just going to do it here, but you want, or you can just click here, go to click on more colors, just come here, you can put 80, 80 and 00. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, and okay, so this is my table data and the border style. So we have done these two. This we've done these two. Yeah, now the next thing is the say table data cell padding, top 8 pixels, left is bottom this. So let me do that. Another style, format, new style, td, um, let me see, we're looking for let's say cell padding, top this. Okay, let me do that. So just go to box padding, that's what they call cell padding. Let me see something. Top 8 left. Okay, so untick this, they are not same. Top is 8, let me show you pixels. Top is 8 pixels, left and right 20 pixels, right 20, left 20, bottom 6. Okay, 6. Make sure everything here is px. Once you've done that, let me see. Okay, that is it. Okay, so that is another style you've just created. The next thing is so we are done with this, we are done with all of this. The next thing is all heading styles, color, blue this, red this, green this, font this. times New Roman, but if the font is not available, then times, or if these fonts are not available, the browser defaults serif font. Okay, all heading style, that's H1, H2, H3, and okay, and just H3. Remember from the beginning that it was not to specify H4, H5, and H6, so do just H1, H2, and H3. So the first thing I'll do is to, let me see, specify just the color and the font style. Their font sizes are different, so that will be done individually. So I'll go to format, new style, TD, sorry, H1, H2, H3, font family, Times New Roman, I guess. Yeah, I think this is something commonly asked, so it just came up. So that is done. Times New Roman, times or serif. That's what they asked here. Times New Roman, times, or what it does, the default serif font. So what about the color? We have blue 00, red FF, green FF. So always remember red, green, and blue for our color code. So I'll just go to font color, which is here, FF00. So okay, the next thing we are supposed to do, we are done with these two. Now H1, we have 48 points high, alignment right, so I'll do that. Format, new style, H1, font size 48. I hope I read that right. Yeah, 48 point, not pixels, point. Then let me see, font size, font width, font style, font bar, text transition, okay, block, text align here, center. What do we have? Oh, sorry, right. So our text alignment is right. So once we are done with that, click on OK. So we have 48 points, right? Next, we have H2, 24 points, and H3 is in points. So I'll just do that. H2, 24 points, okay, style, H3, 18 points, good, okay, so this is it, 24, 18 points. We are done with this, all of this, we've done it. Now a class called cyan color, this is this, so we have to define this class. Now mostly we've been working with style. We've been working with styles, and then now we are talking about class. Generally, what a style does is it defines for a whole, maybe a whole, like I can define a style for this whole text here. But now if I want to specify something just for this particular line, maybe the color or the kind of the font style, that's when the class comes in. So class is kind of more specific within maybe a paragraph, but style works on multiple text. So that's just what I wanted to differentiate. So let's go ahead and create that style. Create the class called cyan. So to do that, just go to format, new style. Actually, whenever you create a new style, automatically comes as a style. The difference is just the dot which will come in front of any class you want to create. So make sure there is a dot in front here. So for that, you are just specifying the color to the red will be 00, the green FF, blue FF. So the color just okay, just click here, more colors. Here we have 00 FF and here FF. Okay. Okay, so this is our cyan class that has been created. The next thing we have to do is to say correct and complete. Okay, we've done that already. They say place your name, center number, and carrier number as a comment at the end of the style sheet. So since we are done, we just need to clean this part. I don't need it anymore. To add a comment, just use / star, another star, and then another slash. In within that, this you add your name, candidate number, and sorry, your center number and your candidate number. So once you've done that, next thing is save this style sheet in your spec folder with the name file followed by your candidate number. Okay, I'm going to do that quickly. File, save as. Here I'm just gonna add my 002, provided that's my candidate number, and that is it. Next thing you want to do is take a screenshot showing the content of your style sheet and place this in your evidence document. Make sure that the contents are easy to read and that the file name is clearly visible. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. So just my snipping tool, snip. I'm just gonna take this part. This is all that is needed. I'll just do evidence 2, paste it here. Next, what's the next thing? Take a screenshot this to make sure. Okay, so we're done with that. Next, I say open the web page spec using a stupid is packet. Press the text e-candidate. This is with your name, center number, candidate. Let me first quickly open it. Just right click, edit in web expression. Good, so this is it. This is the web page. Now they say we should replace the text this name, center number, candidate number. Okay, we can do that here. Here is a name, or can do it if I select this, or you can do it within your code. So this is it, but I'll just do it here. It's much easier this way. So I'll just start with my candidate number, center number, and your name, whatever your name will be, you just make sure it goes in there. Next thing, they say attach the style sheet style 1 to this web page. So I'll do that. Next, you will find attached style sheet here. Just click on it, browse. This is style 1. Good. Open. Okay. Let's go to design. Good. Something has changed, meaning the style sheet is working. Next, attach the style sheet you edited in step 3 to your web page so that it has higher priority than the style sheet. This okay. Now priority here, normally when you attach the style sheet to a web page, the most recent one always has the highest priority. So when we just attach this, we will have a higher priority. So I'll go ahead and attach the style sheet, browse. This is it. Open. Okay, good. You see immediately our text has changed, so it works. Next thing we have to do is let's say save the web page. So I'll just go to file and save. Next thing, they say use the class created in your style sheet to set the color of the text Tawara digital storage to cyan. Okay, as I explained, class is used to maybe modify maybe just a particular block of text within maybe a paragraph or so. So that is what I'm asking us to do here. To do that, we'll have to go to our code. First of all, we have to locate. This is the text Tawara digital storage. Once I select this text here, it should also be selected in my code, which is this. Now, to add the class, first thing we need to do is to add an anchor tag, which is A, and yeah, so the closing tag has automatically been added. Then copy this text, just cut that text and place it in between. Now, in the opening tag, you just type class, hit tab. See, automatically the software notices that we have a class cyan. So I'll just hit tab and it appears. Now if I go back to my design, that should be affected. Good. So that is it. It worked perfectly well. So I'm done with these two. Place into the appropriate section of the correct web development layer metadata to define the character set. Okay, this is quite something to do. Appropriate section. Normally, metadata for every website goes into the head section. The head section, which is this part, head and this. So everything metadata goes here. What metadata? Metadata is actually data about data. That is, for instance, whenever you take a photograph, that photograph or the software automatically generates metadata for that photograph. Metadata could be things like the size of the image, where you took the image, the time you took the image, and all those things. So that is what metadata is all about. So normally we have to put it here. Also, it's maybe worth noting that for metadata, you can read about that more. We have attributes like char sets, we have a name, we have type something, I can't quite remember clearly. We have things like under the name you can have also you can have keywords and others elements. So this is what we're using in the metadata tag. I'll probably create a video on metadata just to explain exactly how it works. So the metadata is not displayed in your website. What it just does is to help maybe if they're searching for information online. The metadata, like for instance, the keywords will help with finding your website and all those things. So those are just the uses of the metadata. And also like this one, the character set, the coding kind of the way the website is coded, the coding method used. There are millions or thousands of standards, but this is the one which you need to use here. So let's go ahead and specify the metadata. So all you need to do is meta tab. Next thing I'll do is here they say character set. So for the coding you just use char set. Yeah, so that is it. Just do yeah, char set, and within the char set you have to enter UTF-8 UTF-8 let me magnify that probably small. Yeah, so we have to do UTF-8. I'm done with that, so I'll close it. The next let me see, the next thing I have to do is metadata for metadata name of the as the author of the web page, data to include your name as the author of the web page. So to create metadata to include your name as the author of the web page, what you need to simply do is to here you just go back to meta, you don't tap. Next you do name, that is the attribute is name. In the name attribute you have to enter author because you are the author. After author you do content. The contents, this is where you enter your name. I don't know, whatever your name is, you have to enter it at this level. When you do that, you close the tag. Next thing, let me just go back and check. It's the metadata is for metadata to set the keywords to Tawara TDS. So this one too is going to be name. The attribute is going to be name, and then within that we put the keywords, and after the keyword the content will contain Tawara, TDS, DVD, and SSD. So let me do that. Where is it? A little bit close. Okay, here it is. Meta. Just I said the attribute is also name. Within this I'll have keyword, and then contents tab. Within the content I'll have Tawara, TDS, DVD, and SSD. Then close your tag. Let me just cross check to be sure what I wrote is correct. Tawara, TDS, DVD, and SSD keyword. Okay, that is perfectly fine. So this area, this is our metadata within the head part of the web browser. Remember, it doesn't necessarily show in your browser, but what it does is probably helps when they are searching the web engine. Sorry, they are searching for information online. These are some of the things that help your website to be accessed. And then this is the coding, kind of coding, like we have Unicode and others. So this is the coding style using, and then the author, obviously whoever is doing the website. So where's the magnifier? Let me just do away with it for now. Okay, so we are done with this question. Let's say replace the text, place image here in the web page with the image text. This is you edit any step 1 and appropriate text. Okay, let's quickly do that. Design. Okay, this is the text. I'll just select it here. I can insert from here as well as I can do it from the code. So I'll do it from here. I'll just select that text because I want to clean it off. So when I do that, I'll just go to insert picture from file. This is the image I want, or if your folder does not go there, you just now click on this alternative text, solid state drive, SSD image. Any short name should be fine, maybe even just SSD should be fine. SSD image, so this should be fine for alternative text. So next thing, let me see, let's see our web page to see how it looks in the design. Good, our image is there. The next thing is the same. So I've done the replacement, I've added the appropriate text. Now this is save this web page, display the web page in your browser, take screenshot evidence and place this in your evidence document. Save, just click here, go to file, preview, Microsoft Edge, I want to preview. Perfect, so this is good. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. No, so 50% should just be fine. No, this is too big, so this should be okay. Now the cell should take screenshot evidence, display the web page in the browser, take screenshot evidence and place this in your evidence document. Make sure that all the page can be seen, the text can be easily read, address bar is fully visible. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and do this. Go to new. Oh, made a mistake. Cancel. Back here. New this. The address bar is fully visible, so I'm just going to do that. This is okay. Go to your evidence document. I think this should be evidence 3. Yeah. Then I'll paste. That is it. Next, they say take a copy of the HTML source code and place this in your evidence document. So to do that, just go to code. You have to copy it, so just Ctrl A, Ctrl C, come out. This should be evidence 4. Paste it on. That is it. Let me just do some editing to this evidence headings so that they're a little bit different. Okay, here's 114 bold. Okay, I think this is better. So that is it about this paper. If the video was helpful, please you should subscribe and hit the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video you'll be notified, and watch out for the data analysis video. I'll be uploading that very soon. Thank you for watching.